Ew. Okay, we're gonna call this steering wheel song. Because I tried to take the steering wheel out of the frame and I couldn't do it. Alright, well, here we go. Tuning, tuning, there's the problem, there's the problem. Tuning. I'm in. Ew. I'm in St. Joseph, Michigan. By the lake. Come on, let's go. Get in tune, buddy. Ugh, weird. It's a beautiful view, but I decided to give it to myself instead of you because I gave it to you in the last song. So here you go. Here's me looking at a beautiful view and you looking at my face and some trees and my steering wheel. Just kidding. I'm very aware of some teenagers near me right now, kind of either looking in my car or just watching me like, what a weirdo, talking to themselves. But that's okay. I learned to be okay with things that I used to not be okay with. I can go to coffee shops by myself. I can go to restaurants by myself. I can sit in public and play my ukulele, and I can even sing in public and play my ukulele, and not with some busking can in some formalized way that makes it obvious that I'm a street performer, but I can like keep to myself and sing and write a song and play ukulele. And that's a big accomplishment because I didn't used to do that. I was too embarrassed to what people would think of me. And then later I became a person who could even talk in public like this by myself. Even if people wondered what the heck I was doing, I learned to accept that maybe there's power in that. People can look at you. They can wonder what you're doing. You don't die, actually. You might feel weird because you're not trying to grab their energy. You're just trying to be yourself. And you want to be out in nature with the birds. You want to be out in the limelight with the birds. You want to be out in the sunlight with the birds, with the leaves blowing in the wind. You want to be out with the clouds, with the tiny, streaky, flaky little clouds floating in the sky like a blanket for you and I. To save me from myself, to save you from yourself, to save us from ourselves. But you don't know me at all. I'm not as small as I seem, not a part of your dream. You don't know me at all. I'm not as small as I seem, I'm not some part of your dream. I'm my own girl, my own bird, 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 my own girl, my own bird. I guess I'll talk about something a little weird, but I've had people ask me before, how can you just write songs? How can you just make up anything? Well, the secret is I don't like everything I write, but I keep going. Duh. It's really basic. Like, I learned that secret when I was doing 50 songs in 90 days, which is a website you can look into. And there's all kinds of writers' challenges in the world. If fiction writing's your thing, or songwriting, or playwriting, or writing, or anything. Songwriting, I think I said already. Painting. The secret is I don't edit myself. That's the entire secret. I believe in my own creative muse, moving through me, musing through me. I believe in the way time moves. I don't like everything I hear come out of my mouth. I don't like every chord I pick. I don't like everything I say. It's this weird secret to try to get into flow. Like within one song, I can love it, then hate it, then like it, then love it, then hate it, then like it, then love it, then hate it. But, you know, you just let it go. You let it flow. And as it moves through you, it changes you. And it speaks through you. And it says the things that you've been holding back. The song does. The song is talking, not you. And the song is using your life to speak. And it's using your perceptions to muse on things, to move through things, you know. But the song is what wants to live. It wants to be in like a dance with you, like a relationship with you. And most writers, and I'm not judging you, most writers try to control it. They want to be in charge. Most writers want to say, I am the holder of the pen. I am the thing that has the voice. I am the thing with the power. Shut up, you. But then they get mad when whatever that wonderful inspiration feeling is doesn't come. They're like, shut up, you. I'm in charge. I'm going to edit this. I hate this line. I hate this thing. I hate this thing. And then they wait for inspiration. And then it doesn't come. And they're like, I'm so mad. I have writer's block. I don't get it. Why can't I write? What's wrong? Grr. And they get madder and madder and madder and sadder and sadder and sadder. And I know this because it's happened to me many times. Mostly when I was younger. Almost never happens now. Because my whole life philosophy changed. My whole belief in what songwriting is changed. And it changed, I don't believe, for me. Because I've had almost no benefit from this change other than a weird YouTube channel that barely anyone watches at this point in time. But these are preserved, so you could watch them in the future, and maybe by the time I've uploaded this one, maybe someone has shared it, and the more people are watching, so I feel futile, you know, like nobody needs this, but I feel this weird thing, like the muse is pushing through me to teach these things, which makes me believe this has to be for someone other than me. And I have changed, and I have grown, and it's a wonderful feeling, but it's also very weird feeling to feel like the author and the birther of 700 plus videos while having 102 followers, most of whom only watch you a few times a year. It's like, I mean, I don't have any of you. You can all go away at any time, but like, I do believe on my Instagram there's like 950 or 70 followers, but like never more than 30 or 40 clicking likes. So it's not like they're all seeing what I do or have a vested interest in what I do on a daily basis, but yet the muse, the movement, the flow that I feel as God, like that flow is just like zoom, zoom, zoom. It's like going, and it like wants to use me. And if I were the creator of the universe, or if I were some sort of spiritual flow or an angel or something trying to communicate something to earthbound, bound to the earth beings, I would use the most open vessel. I would use the one listening and paying attention to how the energy is moving. to the words that want to be said, to the way the words are flowing. I would choose the person that is getting out of my way. Like if I were some sort of spiritual being and needed to speak. So if you are a writer and you feel you have writer's block, that means you, the writer, are blocking the thing that made you feel like you were a writer in the first place. You are blocking it. And that's very hard to hear for a lot of people because they say, I'm not doing anything, I'm not blocking it. But you are blocking it if you're judging yourself at the same time you're creating. Judgment, awareness of reality is different than judgment. So like I said, I might love a part, hate a part, whatever, but I don't stop myself from writing because of it. So as that song was flowing, I didn't go, blah, 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 birds, and then go, oh, it's another song about birds. I can't even say that without laughing because obviously that'd be hilarious if I said that. Like if anyone wants to put that in the comments, sure. That's obvious. It's reality that I write a lot of same sounding songs. That's reality. Or they write me, you know, but it's not like that. I wouldn't even dream of doing that. Starting a song and going, oh my gosh, another song in A major. Or, oh my gosh, another song with the same 4 chords. Like, have you heard pop music? Have you heard every song that people now pump $40,000 into or build an expensive home studio for and market as a new song, but it sounds identical to the song you just heard 6 months ago with one tiny little twist of phrase? People can't even sue each other for similar sounding songs anymore because everything sounds similar. So it's like, how could I sit and judge myself for this actual reality that I keep writing the same songs over and over again? That's not a thing to be mad at myself or mad at the muse about. That's just, it's a muscle. You just kind of use it, and you don't have to like every song, and you don't have to preserve them like I do. Sometimes I sit on a bench. This is a new practice for me. Like I saw that rainbow earlier, and then I tried so hard to capture it that I missed it. And you can say, well, no, you didn't miss it. You were looking right at it. No, I missed the actual experience I was meant to have with it, which was just me feeling awe and wonder and feeling my heart flip. And instead of getting to hear that, feel that flip in my heart, I went, oh, where's my camera? And I tried to capture it and preserve it. For what? For a later date. To re-experience something that I never let myself experience in the original moment. And that's a lot of what I'm like with things other than songs. But you may be like with things like songs and plays and poems and whatever. Like as the muse is trying to move through you, don't grab at it. Don't grab it like it's a tail of something and now you've caught it. Like let it literally just flow. A lot of people are really great with this with moments. Birthdays, parties, love moments. Like I get really weird and like I want to preserve it and capture it because I'm afraid that I won't be able to appreciate it enough, and then later on I'll forget it and then I'll be sad and it's like, oh, and then my whole house is full of clutter because of everything every niece and nephew has ever given me, and I'm like overly remembering everything, and it's like, it's too much. But I think that's what people do who have, like, I think that's a similar thing to where writer's block comes from, which is the moment is trying to happen through you, but you're trying to grab it and control it and own it, when you actually just have to kind of like allow it to move and trust that if it's important, it will stay in your memory. And if it's not as important, it might just pass through, and you might feel this weird sense of sorrow, like melancholy, like time is passing and you don't get to hold it and grip it and own it. That's the same as with a poem flowing through, or like me riffing right now. And it's ironic because I'm capturing it on YouTube and I could watch it again if I wanted to, but I used to have 4-hour-long conversations with people, like mentoring them or mentoring each other about different topics, and we didn't record our whole conversations, we just let it move. So with the topics with words and stuff like this and songwriting, I can do it, but with like pictures and rainbows in the sky, I apparently can't. So not better than you at all. I've got so many issues and ways that I do not just allow things to be what they are in that wonderful sort of Bob Ross, Mr. Rogers idealism sort of way. You know, who knows, maybe I'm a better person than both of them. It's very easy to believe that people on screens are better than us because they come off a certain way. You may think I'm a better person than you, but I'm pretty sure, you know, if I sat here and got really confessional and told you some of the terrible things that I've probably spent my whole life subconsciously trying to block out, like we all do, you know, you'd feel very, comfortable in my presence if I did that. I think we all would feel more comfortable in everyone's presence if we all did that. Arrogance is easy. Humility is hard. Humility makes people think that they will feel small. But the biggest people in the world are very humble. It's very hard to be humble if you already feel small. If you feel ashamed in any way, it's hard to also add humility. So work on that. Don't work on the humility. Work on feeling powerful, feeling entitled, feeling worthy, feeling lovable, feeling, even if it's just by yourself, loving yourself. Work on that. It'll change your life. The more you do that, the more you can start to admit things like, oh, I'm secretly a little bit arrogant. I secretly think that because I won awards as a kid, that makes me like deserve certain things. It doesn't. People half your age deserve to come up with 4-chord songs and suddenly have a million whatever and make money and be successful, and all your awards in childhood and your 20 years of training or whatever. It doesn't entitle you to anything. You know, and if you can start to let go of things like arrogance and entitlement and all of that, because underneath arrogance and entitlement and all of that is sadness. Well, first bitterness maybe, but then sadness, like a real deep sorrow, because maybe you thought you would be one thing and you're turning out to be another thing. It's unavoidable. It's the human experience. I've met so many successful valedictorian type kids who then have to go on to learn how to be an everyday, work-a-day human being in adulthood and have the same responsibilities and challenges as anyone else. And I think that that is a very real struggle that most people don't feel allowed to talk about, because it admits that something about being the best as a kid, or being high up and ranked high, or just liked by teachers as a kid, somehow entitled them to certain benefits or opportunities maybe in adulthood. But it doesn't, nothing affords you anything. Or like being a pop star, like Britney Spears, Justin Bieber, any of those people, that doesn't guarantee that 10 years from now that they will have any respect, credibility, success. Nothing. The things we're looking for are incredibly universal. People want to feel loved, they want to feel heard, they want to feel respected, they want to feel valid or valuable to others. And it's just that we all want it in different ways and at different levels and from different people. Some people want it just from a few people, some people want it from the world. But I think the more we put ourselves out there, if you're one of those people who wants that for some sort, like if you want validity from your family by being successful to the whole world, and you think that will give you validity with these 5 people, it's just my tip. Don't listen to me on this, but this is very hard, trying to be famous with the entire world. What would be easier would be to stare down this group of 5 people and try to get them to come on board with your current place in life, your current choices, your current challenges, help them to see and validate and find value in your current level of success and your current struggle and your current, and just all your choices. Help try to find a way to connect with, if these are the 5 people that you want to respect you for being some world famous writer, and you really just care if these 5 care about it, and if you won the attention of the entire world but these 5 didn't care, would you even want it, or would it just feel like a burden? I've wrestled with all of those questions in the past, because I believe a lot of us who want success, we don't want any of the trappings of success, or we don't want any of the extra demands of success, the constant touring or having an agent or figuring out all kinds of things, payments, calculations, all these crazy different things. We don't necessarily want that. We just want the adoration or respect and love of those few people closest to us. Could be 5, could be 10, could be 2. So if that resonates with you, I recommend, let the big version go as much as you possibly can. Or rather, you can't let something go. You'll keep focusing on it if you're trying to let it go. But just focus on that. Focus on the part of your child heart that used to just be in a classroom of 20 to 30 people and see your family. If that's your experience, you could have a totally different experience than me. I know there are tons of much less privileged experiences than the one I had, but those small communities were everything in childhood. So this idea of like world fame is fairly new, and it comes from the easy access to each other. I mean, it's not new. Like, people were like published in the 1800s or something, and then known in the 1900s, and it's just like, but I think this immediacy of fame and like TikTok famous, Instagram famous, all of that, this is all a very new and strange world that we're in. And if the only reason you want that is so and so will notice you, then just notice that piece, because that's the bigger piece. It feels like this is the big piece, but it's not. That's the bigger piece. That's what your heart wants. Like, what if the only reason you wanted to be successful is so you could like buy a house and settle down and like stop chasing whatever that is? Like, you could literally skip that step then. It's more about like pride or dignity or something, or not being embarrassed if you tried really hard and didn't make it. Like, there are a lot of loaded feelings in all of this. Anyway, didn't mean to take you on a therapy session. I just kind of wanted you to experience what it feels like to allow a song to flow even if you don't like it as it's flowing. And I just wanted to kind of talk you through that because I think it's interesting. There was a bird. Bye.